year's Silver Apple Award in the print category, circulation of more than 50,000, is Audrey Lee, Enterprise Editor of the San Antonio Express News. Welcome. Thank you.
Let me assure the judges that they've made the right choice in giving Francisco Vara-Orta this award. The Express News hired Francisco almost 2 years ago. His first day was Valentine's Day. And it was a sweet deal for us. He quickly proved himself a leader on our staff of 4. We have 4 education reporters. In the last 2 years, he's written some of the top stories about education for us. He's also covered some of the most controversial school districts in our area and has done that in a fair way. I think you would hear that from both sides of all these controversies. His award tonight is for 3 stories that he wrote. One was about superintendent turnover in our area. Another was about literacy, which is a big issue in San Antonio. And another was a very poignant story of a teacher following in the footsteps of her teacher. In the time that he's been with the paper, he's also become a very active member of the National Association of Hispanic Journalists. Awards are not new to Francisco. He's a native of San Antonio, and he attended St. Mary's University. When he arrived there, the college newspaper had been shut down for 1.5 years, and Francisco took it upon himself to restart it. In the course of like 2-3 years that he was the editor there, the paper won 127 awards, including all the top honors for college papers. So you can see that I think Francisco is destined for many more awards in his future. Thank you very much for honoring him tonight.
What do you say after that? That's my boss. First of all, thank you to the Texas Classroom Teachers Association for the award. I remember as a young student being told that, being taught essentially that you bring an apple to your teacher to show appreciation for their work, and they're the people that gave me a voice, and so now it's just remarkable to me to be getting an apple of this sort and to be able to provide a voice to so many of y'all now. I just simply write about y'all. I'm not actually doing the work per se. You guys are the ones doing the work on classrooms, playgrounds, and up here in Austin in the legislature right now. And I have a job because of you, so thank you also for that. And in the newspaper industry, where journalists hope that the powers that be amid cuts will continue to fund us as our communities are growing and becoming more diverse, which I'm sure that's not a battle that any of you understand right now. It's really great to be able to fill that role in the community. I have to do the obligatory Golden Globe kind of thing and recognize a few people. My editors, Elaine Ayala and Henry Crosby, who couldn't be here tonight, who manages me more on a day-to-day basis, and Audrey Lee, who manages me on some of the larger education projects that we do. We're very fortunate to be able to have a staff our size, and with 16 school districts in the San Antonio area, 16 public school districts, not counting the 26 charters that we also are in charge of, and the Catholic schools and other private schools. It's a monstrosity of a task, and our newspaper fortunately is committed to covering education. I also share with Lindsay, Jennifer, and Maria, who are my 3 lovely teammates and make it a joy to work with every day. I have to share with you that I was originally, I got here in kind of an odd way. I'm from San Antonio, but I ended up going to California and working at the Los Angeles Times for a few years and was laid off when we had went through a round of cuts. I was young in my career and I wasn't sure if this is what I should be doing. After a few more years, I ended up here at this paper in my hometown, in my neighborhoods, covering the schools that I am a product of, that I came out of. And this award reminds me that if you love what you do, you can make a living, you can survive, and you can thrive. And I really appreciate that from all of you tonight. I must say that I wouldn't be here without teachers. A teacher is the first person in my life who recognized that I could write. I was a shy kid who sat in the back of the room, who had a speech impediment. When he started school, I couldn't say the word stop, and was so embarrassed by that for so many years. And it was a teacher who learned to give me that voice, and now I'm able to share that with so many people and be basically an instrument for all of y'all. So that's amazing to me, and I have to also acknowledge my mother, who's here, and this is the first award she's seen me win since college, and why she instilled in me the importance of getting an education and going against the demographic odds of where I came from in a lower income Latino community in San Antonio, and told me the importance of being the first one to go to college. She had to hand me off to people like you to help me get there. And I would not be here without y'all, and I would not be here without my mother, Dolores, who's in the lovely red coat at this table. So in closing, I'd like to say that I'm very lucky to be a constant student in this world. I learn from people like Audrey every day in my newsroom, and I learn from people like you out in the field every day in your classrooms. And I look forward to many more stories.